Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. William Ruto delivered the State of the Nation address today a few hours ago. And listening to William Ruto very keenly, it came out very clearly to me that William Ruto is living in his own utopian world, not this one of ours. Most of the things he was talking about are unimaginable things, maybe fabrications or cooked up stories. And that does not befit the office he holds as the president. A president cooking and fabricating stories, that confirms he's not fit holding a public office. In this video, I want to highlight three issues William Ruto talked about that comes out clearly as fabrications and cooked up stories. The first issue, William Ruto talked about a tuk-tuk operator in Mombasa who has so far accessed 714,000 Kenya shillings from the Hustlers Fund. In fact, this is how Citizen Kenya has reported that William Ruto, yesterday, I called Harrison Kenga, a tuk-tuk operator in Mombasa, who has accessed 714,000 from the Hustler Fund. He suggested to me to find a way to have the fund provide asset financing so that he could buy himself a tuk-tuk because the one he had was not his. I hereby direct the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs to expeditiously engage Mr. Kenga. I will give you his telephone number. That's William Samoei Ruto. This is a man just taking Kenyans as fools. If this tuk-tuk operator has accessed 714,000 from the fund, is that money not enough to buy himself a tuk-tuk? A tuk-tuk, the average price, currently in the market, the average price ranges from around 250 to 300,000 Kenya shillings. This one has accessed 714. Money enough to buy tuk-tuks, two tuk-tuks. I think this is just a cooked up story by William Samoei Ruto. And now if he called this person, if he called this Harrison Kenga, why could he just give the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs the number instead of coming out today to direct the ministry in public? Hii ni kitu angefanya tu chini ya maji, apiane namba ya hii jamaa anaitwa Kenga. This is a cooked story, ladies and gentlemen. And why is Ruto singling out one individual? That comes out to me as tokenism. A responsible government should develop the structures in which Kenyans themselves can access such funds. A failing government, this one is. The second issue he talked about that came out to me as a lie, Ruto said a top hustler fund borrower has received Kenya shillings 4.5 million in 816 transactions. Let's have a look at the math that have been done by some clever Kenyans here. Pauline Njoroge through Kuria Wanjuhi on the mathematics on that. Pauline Njoroge, Ruto has said that the top hustler fund borrower has received Kenya shillings 4.5 million in 816 transactions. Let's digest the numbers. It means he has been borrowing Kenya shillings 5,514 every day, 2.4 times a day for 343 days that the fund has been in existence without fail. Today we are being fed with the sound bites Najaba sioni kama itatosha via Kuria Wanjuhi. So the mathematics has been done there. So if that is true, then it means this top hustler fund borrower, from day one that fund was established, he has been borrowing 5,514 every day, 2.4 times for 343 days. For some of us who have tried the hustler fund, the limit for you to that limit increment is not easy. I don't know how this man has managed 4.5 million. Either this is a cook story or this is a perfect example of corruption. It might be corruption or just a cooked up story, because this thing is really done in a lot of secrecy. You cannot even actually confirm whether this is true. But from the look of things, from the William Ruto we know, and from the Hustlers Fund we know, this is a very big lie, ladies and gentlemen. Another lie. The third issue Ruto talked about that came out to me as a lie. Ruto said a guy from Kisii, a Mr. Ondieki, has received Kenya shillings 1.7 million from Hustler Fund. He did not even give the full names of the person. He just said a Mr. Ondieki. How many Ondiekis do we have in Kisii? This is a man just lying to Kenyans. Lying to Kenyans. And again, from the Hustler Fund, we know, with the limits, some who started immediately the fund came into existence, their limits are still below 1,000 Kenya shillings. You are seeing somebody has borrowed 1.7 million Kenya shillings. These three issues clearly proved it to me that everything William Ruto was saying were just cooked up stories and the usual Kenya Kwanza lies. The usual Kenya Kwanza lies. And he was even talking of how a farmer, I don't know, in Kisii or somewhere, told him shamba langu ina meremeta. Those were just stories, ladies and gentlemen. As I conclude, listening to William Ruto today speaking, it confirms Ruto is in his own world. He's living in his own utopian world. He's not living in Kenya. He's in his own world. And that confirms that going forward, Kenyans are on their own. There is no responsible government here. William Ruto is blind and is deaf to the plights of a majority of Kenyans. Kenyans are suffering, and we are still seeing such jabber stories coming from somebody calling himself the president. This is very unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. In case you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, contact me through that number below there, or feel free to channel any kind of a support to that number for the channel to continue strong Yes, let me stop it there. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.